Hello, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you are welcome. My name is Yemmie, but I'm more popularly known as SISI YEMMIE. Today's video is going to be about my YouTube story. I've shared little bits and pieces along the way in random videos, interviews and all that. But I feel like today is the perfect time to give you guys the proper gist of how I started YouTube. If you're interested in this video, keep watching. YouTube for me started when I went to study abroad, which is why this video is proudly brought to you by Coventry University. Woo! So, not like it was like millions of years ago, but I'm someone that I hardly remember dates. So I have to go to my Facebook page to see when I uploaded my trip to study abroad. So this was in 2009, September, October-ish 2009. And that was when I went abroad for the first time. That was when I entered plane for the first time. It was an exciting moment because I was excited about traveling abroad. I was excited about going to study for my master's. I was just excited for new opportunities and new beginnings and new experiences. So I uploaded a lot of pictures on my Facebook that year. Oh, they must hear it. Yemmie was busy posting everything on Facebook. So my trip was a sudden trip. It was not something that had been planned. It was, let's say for example, yesterday I was in Warri because I grew up in Warri. So I was in Warri. I took night bus to Lagos. With my mom, we went to Lagos, and then as of this morning, I collected my visa and I paid for a ticket, and in the evening, I was on my way to the UK. That was how fast my trip was. So I was tired on that trip. I slept most of the time and I did not eat and I was so hungry, but I was so excited, you guys. I was so excited. When I got to my school, I got accommodation. I registered for my course and it was very interesting. I went with my friend Ayi, so it made it much more interesting. I felt like I had someone familiar, and my sister-in-law was also in the UK, so we weren't married then, so she wasn't my sister-in-law, she was my boyfriend's sister. But she welcomed me well. She took me shopping. See, I wanted to kill her the day she took me shopping. I walked the entire length and breadth of all the stores. I'm someone that can spend all day shopping, and she was so exhausted. I still remember she was so exhausted. But it helped that I had someone that was familiar to me and that was going to take me through everything, or take me how to get a phone, how to register my number, how to get accommodation. She helped with all of that and just helping me to settle. So if you're someone traveling for the first time, I would advise you have someone that you're familiar with, or maybe you read books or watch videos, because these days there's so many YouTube videos about how to settle down in a new country. And there are so many people sharing their experiences about uni. Let's say in the UK, for example, there are so many people sharing their experiences, so you can just learn by watching their videos. When I was doing my master's, I already started my blog, and that was sisiyemmie.com, but it wasn't called sisiyemmie.com then, it was called gist.com, and I was just always writing random stories, but in pidgin English, and people used to love them so much. I was in uni. I noticed that our timetable was not so busy. I had a lot of free time and I didn't have a lot of friends. So what's the natural thing for Yemmie to do? I went online. So I would blog more, visit so many blogs, leave comments. Like, blogging those days was so much fun because we had a very interesting group of Nigerian bloggers and we used to comment on each other's blogs, and it was so cool. But the thing with blogging is, after a while, you start discovering videos, because YouTube is a search engine. So while I would search for things on Google, I would find some videos about it. And I was like, what is this? What is this YouTubing and YouTube? And then when I came on YouTube, the first person I actually saw, I think, was Patricia Bright. And I was looking for a lot of black people like me, possibly Nigerians, but it was very rare at that time. That was like in 2000 and, was it 11, 10? It was very rare to find Nigerian YouTubers or even African YouTubers. So I just didn't really feel like there was a space for me. I didn't know that I was going to be creating content. I just thought this was something that Oyinbo people did, and then there was one random Patricia Bright doing it, until I discovered people like Any Baby 4, but that's Pooksie's Wardrobe Now. I discovered Pick Meal. I discovered a bunch of Nigerian YouTubers, but they were not in Nigeria, they were in America, and they were so nice to me. I discovered Marlene and Chanel Ambrose. I discovered a group of black women, and I was so inspired by them, especially by Patricia Bright. And I just said to myself, you know what? If Patricia can do it, then I can create YouTube videos. But it was so weird. I didn't know what I wanted to create videos about, because at that time Patricia was doing hair reviews and I was selling hair. So there was a time I was selling Brazilian hair. So I was selling hair, and I just thought, oh, maybe I should be doing hair reviews too. So if you go back to my old videos, please don't go back, it's so cringy. If you go back to my old videos, you'll see that there are videos of me doing maybe makeup, hair reviews, and fashion. And those were the things I thought you could do with YouTube. So I started my YouTube channel then out of boredom. And I remember not really telling anybody about it, because even till now, I can't watch myself. When I edit my videos, I just edit and that's it. I don't go back to watch my videos, because I feel like it can be very cringy to just be watching yourself. But that was how I started YouTube. I just graduated from my blog to YouTube. I bought a proper camera. I was first of all filming with my phone, but then I bought a proper camera because I like proper video quality since beginning. So I really wanted good quality. So I bought a new camera. I bought a laptop, which I still use till now. The same laptop I'm still using till now. And what else did I buy? And lens. That was all. I bought those 3 things, and then my life changed forever. One tip I'll give to you if you're going to study abroad is, first of all, do your research and find out what school you would like to go to that would really help you in your life. There are so many schools abroad that you can apply to, but there are some that you leave with the experience, and the experience it turns your life around basically. So look for the right kind of school and in the right location. Always do your research. There are some places you school in that it is so boring, and there are some that have such a vibrant community and it's always so much fun. So it's not just going to study, you have to mix a bit of business and pleasure, like mixing studying and pleasure, so to have a healthy balance. Another tip I'll also give is, when you travel abroad to study abroad, try and immerse yourself in the system. I remember I had a lot of friends then that we all went to study abroad. Some came back just after I came back too. Some came back and it was like they never traveled abroad. Nothing was impacted apart from the degree. When I say nothing was impacted, they didn't eat Oyibo food. They went there and continued eating amala. It was just like they did not travel, basically. So they didn't come back with anything apart from the degree. And I feel like it's interesting to immerse yourself in the culture and to be open-minded and to explore the place. I wish I explored more. I remember a friend telling me, Yemmie, let's go to another place. The only place I remember going was Amsterdam, and that was a school trip, so I was so excited about that. But I was told to go to France. My friends were going to France. Did I go to France? I think I did. I can't remember. Anyway, my friends were going to different places and they would book these trips month by month. And I was forming, no, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to be a disobedient girl. My parents say I should come to school to study, so I want to focus on my education. But I feel like I should have traveled more and explored more, because then it was definitely easier to travel around Europe once you were in the UK. So explore the food, eat their food. Don't just stick to your amala, eba, rice, jollof rice. Explore the food, explore the people, explore the place, and explore opportunities. Also, I would advise you to be very maybe industrious. I remember some people, maybe because they were receiving pocket money. They were very comfortable with that, and I could have just sat there and be comfortable, but I applied for part-time jobs. So while I was schooling, I was also working. I did a lot of work that has impacted on my career right now. So you guys see me doing a lot of cooking. I did work in some restaurants, fast food, back of house, sometimes housekeeping, events management. I did a lot of work. I worked in a hospital. I worked in a bank. I feel like I have a lot of experience in my years living in the UK, and that started from studying in the UK and then working in the UK. Like I said, this video is brought to you by Coventry University UK. During these difficult times, Coventry University is supporting students who apply for the September 2020 academic session and pay their deposit by the 1st of August. So if you know you're looking to school in Coventry by the end of this year, which is like September, if you pay your deposit by August 1st, you will be qualified for the Phoenix Award. This award will be allocated on a first-come, first-served basis, and it only applies if you pay your tuition deposit by the 1st of August. What you get is free accommodation for a year. That's free catered accommodation, free international European trip during your study, free airport transfers when you arrive in the UK, free membership of the Global Leaders Program, and half price on the online dual postgraduate certificate in entrepreneurship. For more details on this offer, please check the description box. I'm going to put their phone number, I'm going to put their email, and just a link to their website so that you can see if you qualify for this. So all you need to do is pay your deposit for your tuition by the 1st of August, and you can be qualified for all of this. I wish I had this opportunity when I was going to uni. The struggle was real. After I finished my master's in UK, I also had the opportunity to do post-study work, which is where a lot of my experiences come from. If I didn't travel to the UK to study, I don't think I would have started a YouTube channel. I don't even think I would have continued with my blog, because, you know, real life hits you. And you have to maybe quickly apply for a 9-to-5, let's say if I was in Nigeria. But over there, I had the opportunity of pursuing my passion while doing part-time work. Do you understand? And I had time for everything. But over here, it's difficult to get like those temporary jobs that you can probably do in the evenings, and then you spend your day pursuing your passion. Is really difficult. I'm not even going to lie. So I feel like studying abroad gave me that opportunity to just really express myself and explore a lot of career options. I feel like for those of you who are interested in going to study abroad this year, even though we are facing this pandemic and I'm hoping things will be better by the end of the year, I feel like this opportunity is going to be really valuable for you, especially with the scholarship that Coventry is offering. What you will get is fully funded, fully catered university accommodation for a year, plus 2-year post-study work visa. This is very, very beneficial. And the scholarships come in 4 levels. It will be first come, first serve. There's the Phoenix level, there's the gold level, there's the silver level, and there's the bronze level. So Phoenix is for anyone who pays their deposit before 1st of August. Gold is for anyone that also pays their deposit before 1st of August. And silver scholarship is for anyone that has an offer and then they pay their deposit before the 1st of August. And then the bronze scholarship is for all of the offer holders. So if you have an acceptance from Coventry University, you'll also be qualified for the bronze scholarship. So I urge you guys to look into it. There's so many ways that studying abroad helped my life. Let me just say a few ones. First of all, when I studied abroad was when I knew that there were other things in this life. That life was beyond 9 to 5. Life was beyond a lot of things that I knew, and that there were options. Before, I did not know we had options. I just thought this is what you do. After you do this, you apply for jobs. After you get a job, you just start your life. But studying abroad, it made me meet a lot of people from different places, different countries, different tribes, and I just saw that life was different and life could be different. And I feel like it was in that moment I decided the kind of life I really wanted. So I would say what I loved the most about studying abroad was the ability to just think outside the box. That was the most important thing, I think, for me. I liked how independent I could be. So that was my first time renting my own house for the first time. And I feel because of that, I started this thing of moving every 6 months. I will move to a new location because for me it was exciting. I didn't know it was. See, in Nigeria, when we rent houses, it's for like long term and you pay bulk money and all that. But when I was studying abroad, I realized I could stay here for 1 month, stay another place for another month. Like, I see, the word is options. So I enjoyed moving from apartment to apartment, which is what I was doing. I feel like I stayed in so many apartments. I moved towns. I went to different towns and I lived in different places and I was so happy. I feel like all of this made me more independent. I started learning how to plan my money because I was working for my money at that time. My mom used to call it early momo. We used to go for early momo work because sometimes we would work in shifts, or I would work in shifts. I say we because I had friends that we used to do this work together. So I would work in shifts and see, to be honest, this was my first time experiencing all these things. That first of all, shift work was even possible, and that you can get like temporary jobs. You don't have to be a manager somewhere. You can get like a basic job and still live a good life. So for me, those were things that were very, very important. I feel like studying abroad is beyond, oh, the degree you're getting from there. I feel like studying abroad is everything. It encompasses everything. Your lifestyle, knowledge, exposure, that's the word. You are exposed to things. So if you go there, don't go and stay with yourself. Please expose yourself because there's so many things you will learn when you keep an open mind. And one of those things was YouTube. I believe if I was in Nigeria, because at the time I started, YouTube was not popular at all. And even when I came back to Nigeria, I don't think any Nigerian was really doing YouTube the way I was doing YouTube. So I actually stopped for a while. But so later on, I was like, I really like this YouTube thing. Let me pick it up again. And I started again. And I'm really, really glad I did. And when it was time for me to become a full-time YouTuber, because I realized that people were doing this abroad. I'd met a couple of YouTubers abroad and they did it full time. And then at that moment, YouTube began paying. So this was a lucrative business. I realized this is a career that is out of the box for me. This is not traditional. This is something that when I tell people, they're like, how can you say you earn income from YouTube? How can this be your full-time job? You need a proper job. But because I felt like I already had exposure and I could already see how people were making money, it doesn't have to be the traditional way. Everybody does not have to do the same 9 to 5, work in a bank, because those were the offers I was getting then. Everybody does not have to do the same kind of job. I realized there was a place for me, even though no one was really doing it in Nigeria and I was struggling. But here I am now. I know there are a lot of people that have skills. And when I say skills, it's like skills, camera skills. They know how to talk to people. They're fun to be around with. And they will do so well on YouTube. But a lot of them have, they're holding themselves back because they're still thinking within the box. That's what I would say. They still don't see the opportunities there. But I have to tell you, a lot of the amazing opportunities I've gotten in my life is because I started my YouTube channel. And I wouldn't have started my YouTube channel if I didn't go to study abroad. That's just the simple thing for me, because I had access to internet, unlimited access to internet. In Nigeria, I used to go to cyber cafe maybe once a week or twice a week. And a cyber cafe is like this establishment you go to, you pay for internet subscription and you browse for like 2 hours. So when I go, I just check my Yahoo Mail, check my, what was it called then? There was this thing. It wasn't Facebook. I've forgotten what it was called. I would just check my social pages, and I don't think there was Twitter then, and then go home. But when I went abroad, I realized you can actually have internet inside your house. That was the first time ever I had internet at home, and that I had internet on my phone, or that I had a proper phone that could even do a lot of things. So that was the first time I got a proper phone, because I got it on, immediately I traveled, I used my whole money to buy, I used to buy my first iPhone. So I could do so many things, and my eyes just, it was like the scales fell off my eyes. I saw things. I saw that technology had gone far, and me, this girl from Warri, coming from Warri, the experience was different. Let me know, like, the experience was totally different. I could get access to a camera if I wanted. I'm so grateful to God for giving me that opportunity, and for giving me that exposure, and for letting me know that there's so many opportunities out there. Life can be different from what you know. When I came back to Nigeria, I still maintained that mindset that I got when I traveled abroad. You know, like I was saying, there's some people that travel abroad and immediately they leave, they just drop everything they know and come back to normal Nigerian life. But I was like, no, I want my life to be different. I want my house to look the way I used to enjoy my house abroad. I want things to be different. It reflects in the way I do my things and in the kind of lifestyle that I actively pursue for myself. So I feel like my whole life really truly took a turn for the best when I went to study abroad. I studied and I got a 2-1, and I was so proud of myself. I remember how stressed I was, how I used to think like there were some things I could not do. If you're trying to study abroad and you're thinking, is it worth it? Is it not? I will tell you, it is not just about the education. So when you're going, don't just go for the degree. There are so many things you can get out of it. Just exposure is enough. If I didn't come back with a certificate, the exposure to a different kind of life and to possibilities in my career, to me, that was everything that I needed and that I got. So I'm so grateful for that. So if you're seeking to travel, take that plunge. Take it. Travel. Do what you have to do to have a better life. I'm also very grateful to my parents for just giving me the opportunity to travel abroad, because that was the first time they would just let me go very far off. None of my parents live abroad. That was a very big decision for them, and I'm the first child, so you can imagine how it was. So I really I'm so grateful that they gave me that opportunity and they paid for my education. So financially, it was a big deal. Emotionally, it was a big deal. And everything is paying off. I'm so grateful that they did it, because it was not easy for them to send me to school. It was not easy for them to send me abroad. It was not easy for them to gather all their millions and send me abroad. When I was going, I didn't get scholarships, and they paid everything. They paid for my accommodation for a long time, and they paid for my pocket money for a very long time too. So I'm really grateful that they gave me that opportunity. They gave me the leverage with which I operate right now. So I'm grateful, Daddy and Mommy. Also so grateful for how far my channel has come. If you're watching and you're still thinking, oh, should I start a YouTube channel in 2020? Oh, YouTube is so saturated. My friend, when I started YouTube, how many years ago? Maybe, I can't remember how many years ago, more than 8 years ago, it was saturated then, but there's still opportunity and there's still space for everybody. So if you're still thinking about starting your YouTube channel, please start now. There's no point waiting. Start now. The best time to plant a tree was yesterday, and the next best time is now. Today. We've come to the end of this video, and you've heard my YouTube story. I hope it actually inspires you to go for your dreams and to do something that you've always wanted to do. If you have any questions about scholarship with Coventry University, please leave it in the comment section. And if you traveled abroad to study, let me know about your experiences as well. I would like to rub minds with you. Like I said, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.